Hello and welcome back to more Football Manager 2019 with me, Mr. Grand 2, and episode 51 of Monaco, and the last episode before the World Cup. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my attempt to guide France to a successful retention of their World Cup title. So since last time, not much has happened. Obviously, last time we lost 1-0 to PSG. Quite an unlucky result, actually. We probably had the best of the match, but sometimes that's how it goes. So that left us in a situation where PSG were top of the league and we were relying on them slipping up in order to be able to pounce and take our lead back. And if there's one thing you can rely on, it's PSG choking. And choke they did. The very next game they were held to a 0-0 draw with Saint Etienne, which meant that we could go back to the top of the table if we won our game in hand. And win it we did with a 5-0 win against Toulouse. A fantastic performance. Pietro Pellegrini getting himself 2. Hirving Lozano scoring once again as well. And we are going to definitely get a bid for Pellegrini in January from Liverpool. He wants to go. I don't want him to go. We'll see how that one pans out in a few episodes' time. But that result meant we did go back to the top of the table, albeit temporarily. PSG have since played again, so they've gone above us. But if we win our game in this episode against Stade Rennais, we will overtake them once more. Although Lyon are also in this fight as well. They're level on points with us. So as said, PSG have already played their game this weekend. They're on 35 points. We are level on points with Lyon, although with a massively superior goal difference. It is very, very tight though. So Pietro Pellegrini is a man in form, already the same number of league goals as he's managed is in his entire career. And it's only October. 7.49 average rating for him. Doesn't want to talk to me about a new contract though. Really regret not doing it at half time in the Dijon game. Want to highlight the main man Robert Skov though. He is forever loyal. He's signed a new contract. He'll be here till 2027 and beyond, I imagine as well. We did mention this at the end of last season, but I don't really think I really looked at the significance of it. He got 17 assists last season in the league alone. 21 assists altogether. Absolutely outstanding. On a 7.82, if he keeps it up, he'll be getting his highest average rating. A 7.8 average rating for last season as well is amazing. Already got 5 goals, 5 assists in the league this season. Absolutely exceptional performance from him. He'll be at the World Cup in a few weeks with Denmark, and we'll be interested to see how well he and our other players do in that one. A few little bits of news. We're going to make a signing in January already. £5 million for this guy, Andrei Arkhipov from Bayern Munich. I think he looks really, really good. Pretty high potential as well. Not quite 5 stars, but 17-year-old German. He's a natural inverted winger, though, on the left-hand side. So we don't have to worry about training him for the role. He's already got it. Good pace. Pretty good dribbling and crossing. I think is a solid pickup for £5 million at the age of 17. So we'll accept that one. We've also re-signed Radamel Falcao, not as a player, as a coach. He's going to be joining us as an under-19s coach because he actually, as well as being a former Monaco player and very popular with the fans, is a pretty blooming good coach. Look at that. Really, really good. I expect we'll probably lose him at some point because he'll accept a managerial job, but nice to have him back while we can. So speaking of the World Cup, we will probably have to deal with our World Cup squad registration in this episode. If not, then I'm going to touch on it a little bit now. And that is that we will have a bit of a selection dilemma because Paul Pogba is out injured for quite a long time. He's probably going to miss most of the rest of the season, which is obviously very good for us from a domestic point of view, but it does leave us a little bit short in terms of our attempt to win the World Cup because Blaise Matuidi, who is our other sort of left-footed or comfortable with his left foot midfielder in the box-to-box area, is also injured for an even longer time. So we are down our 2 main left or partially left-footed midfielders, which is a bit of an issue. There is one left-footed Frenchman who's pretty comfortable in the box-to-box role. Unfortunately, it's this guy. Yeah, not wanted by club, but wanted by country, I guess. We're going to have to probably, unless we can find an amazing alternative. I don't think there is one. We're going to have to call up Adrien Rabiot. Obviously, he's a very good player. We've talked about that. My only concern is that he just didn't really work in the role we were playing him in, and that's where we kind of need him. We do have plenty of other players that can play the role. To be fair, actually, Tolisso can play the role quite well, and he's got a pretty strong left foot. Well, my assistant's just arranged a load of friendlies for during the World Cup. I don't know why over half the team is not going to be here. I'm just going to cancel all of these is absolutely ridiculous. But before we get to the excitement of the World Cup, we've got 2 games to play. First of all, we're playing Stade Rennais in the league. A win would take us back up to the top of the table. So no Lozano on the bench, but otherwise we're full strength. Lafont, Mendy, Martinez, De Ligt, Sidibe, Balde, Kessie, Tielemans, Skov, Aouar, they're all there. Pellegri's up front. He's a man in form, but the only question really is, do we bring Schick back in? He's back to fitness. Not really fit enough to play the full 90 minutes yet, but obviously still a very, very good striker. And I think I'm going to give Schick the game today. We'll save Pellegrini for the second half. We'll give him the first 45 minutes. Hopefully he can find himself a bit of fitness, get back to form, and hopefully that will mean that Liverpool are distracted and leave at half time. Yeah, they've got Bebe on the bench. Is that the Bebe? Is it the Man United Bebe? It is, I think. The weird Alex Ferguson signing. It is Manchester United. 0 appearances for him. He's now at Stade Rennais, joined from Rayo Vallecano. Well, there you go. Pretty good stats for him actually in the second division in Spain over the last few years. Bebe, ladies and gentlemen, he's here and he might well play today past the post. And we need to win today to obviously go back ahead of PSG. Either we don't, then Lyon could well leapfrog us. Nice are right there as well. It's a very, very closely contested league. Aouar on the ball, looking for a place in the World Cup squad. He may well just have sealed it with that finish in off the crossbar from our big signing last summer. He's had a few games where he's been a bit anonymous, but generally speaking has made a very good impact. Some fantastic goals, fantastic passes, and well, spoilers, unless he gets injured, he's definitely going to the World Cup. Corner in from Skov, looking for the head of Martinez or De Ligt. He's found Kessie instead, and Frank Kessie smashes this one home. We're well in control in this one at the moment. Another good set piece from the Dane. If only he was French, he'd be great. I'd love to have him in my French side. Frank Kessie smashes it home. He'd be brilliant as well, wouldn't he? Not to be, though. Oh, Bebe is on, ladies and gentlemen. Bebe is on. Be very fearful. Sidibe with another throw into Kessie. Can he get himself second? No, Tielemans goes to the shot. And again, 5 minutes to go. Are we going to see something here from Bebe or anyone, really? We are. He's scored. I was doing it as a joke. But he's absolutely smashed that one home. Corner comes in. Not really very well dealt with. Andre heads it on. The ball comes back in. Loads of time on the ball. Bebe just runs in, completely unmarked, and smashes one home. What was looking like a routine 2-0 win is now slightly sketchy with 3 minutes on the clock. We're coming forwards again, though. A third goal would seal this. Can't quite find a way through. Kessie does find a way through. Smashes it home. Another pile driver from the Ivorian. And any chance of a Stade Rennais fight back, you think, would be over. I'm still in shock that Bebe scored. Well, that is going to be the end of that one. That has everything you want, really. I hope Bebe's got a free use image, because that's going to be the title card for sure. Okay, World Cup squad time before we play Real Madrid, and this is a difficult choice. This is what I'm going to go with for now. So the goalkeepers are pretty simple: Lafont, Lloris, and Mike Mangan of Lille. I wish he didn't have to take 3 goalkeepers. It's completely and utterly pointless. We're not going to need 3 goalkeepers, but there we go. Defence, I mean, this is potentially the issue, because Hernandez and Pavard can obviously play fullback, but they can also play in centre-back if we need them to. But at the moment, I'm going to take Hernandez and Mendy as left-backs, Pavard and Sidibe as right-backs, and then left-footed centre-backs, we've got Umtiti and Laporte, and then Varane, who's been a bit injured, but he should be all right, and Kurt Zouma as the right-footed ones. The issue is really in the forward line. I say it's an issue. We have so many players who are so versatile. They can play as wingers, they can play as midfielders, attacking midfielders and strikers. I just don't know what the best combination is. In terms of our central midfielders, more or less dedicated, I'm going to take Matteo Guendouzi. He's really developed very nicely in this game. We've got Adrien Rabiot as well, Tolisso and Kante. I think that will do in the absence of Pogba and Matuidi. Aouar can play there as well. He's going to be an attacking midfield. This is the issue, though, because we've got Fekir, who can play there. We've got Lamar, who can play there, as well as on the wing. Griezmann, who can do that role as well as up front. Martial for the wings. Dembele for the wings as well. And then Mbappe for the wings as well. He can play up front too. Moussa Dembele I'm going to take because he's had a very good season for Lyon. Paul Pogba's disappointed to be missing the World Cup. Well, he wouldn't be, but he's injured, so that's the only reason he's not going. A bunch of our players will also be having a World Cup experience. Kessie, Lozano, Tielemans, Skov, Henriks, Pellegrini, De Ligt, Hendricks, Martinez, Mamana, and Enrique Garcia, one of our young regens, for Colombia. Well, it's quite nice to see that if you sub in Lozano for Balde and you sub in Pellegrini for Schick, and to be honest, that's what we've been doing anyway this season, our entire starting 11 and most of our bench is going to the World Cup, which is a very nice thing. I am very excited for the World Cup coming up. I mean, it's just even if it's on a video game, there's always something very, very special about the World Cup, and I'm looking forward to it in the next episode. Hopefully we don't go out in the group stage. That'll be a bit of a shame. But anyway, we've got Real Madrid first, and we need to beat them to make sure we don't go out in the group stage of the Champions League. I think obviously if we don't win, then Europa League is looking quite likely, and that wouldn't be the worst thing ever. But the board want us to get through the quarter-final, and that is what we're going to try to do in this one. I'm going to bring Pellegrini in for Schick because it's a big game, and we want to use him while we can. I'm saying like that, I'm definitely going to sell him. I'm not going to sell him. I am not going to sell him. He can be upset for a while. He's not going anywhere. So other than that change, the rest of the team is exactly the same as the one that saw off Stade Rennais. Well, as we saw last time, many threats in the Real Madrid side, not least João Felix. They've got quite a few players that I've tried to sign. Obviously, Asensio. Calvin Stengs, I did nearly sign at one point, but he wanted crazy money. Very, very good player, though. And this guy, this Greek regen, I'm not going to say that. But again, a very solid player, and it's pretty cool to see a regen starting this early for Real Madrid. Real Madrid coming forwards pretty much from kickoff. Asensio's won it, and there's a man over here. Can't find Martinez. Lafont claims, and we survive for the time being. Hits the ball forwards. This is a very long opening highlight. I don't know if it's going to result in anything. It is going to result in something. Horrific mistake from Achraf Hakimi, and the man of the moment in many ways, Pietro Pellegrini, steals in. He's not going to miss in that situation. 10 goals already for him this season. Well, a great start for us. They're gifted the first goal, but Real Madrid coming forward. Alex Telles looking to put a cross in. Lafont rises highest, claims it with ease. And can we get ourselves a second here? A good ball forward would be nice. Working it through the midfield. And Alex Telles has fouled Robert Skov there, and it looks like he's going to get a straight red card. He is. It's a shocking challenge. Luckily, Skov's not injured, but Real Madrid are going to be down to 10 men for, well, the next 80 minutes of the match. Well, this could be disastrous, or it could be really quite useful, I guess, if it means Liverpool don't buy him. But Pietro Pellegrini's injured. We'll bring on Patrick Schick. Potential lower leg injury. I hope he doesn't miss the World Cup from that. Hopefully it's just like a twisted ankle or something, because I don't want him to be injured because we need him for the season. He's been playing so well, but I hope he doesn't miss the World Cup either. He's being stretchered off there, isn't he? That's not good. Not good at all. That looks pretty serious. Thanks so much, Ramos, you absolute... Well, Real Madrid about to go down to 9 men here. Marco Asensio's getting himself second yellow for a poor challenge. And 20 minutes left. They have got 2 fewer players than us. Skov hits the woodwork once again with a free kick. And, well, the ball comes forward from Courtois. Again, if we throw this away, that is going to be pretty ridiculous. They've got 9 players and they're a goal down. Tonali on as a sub. Great ball forwards to Patrick Schick. That's what you like to see. Tonali's not had that much of an opportunity this season, unfortunately. But well, he takes one there. And brilliant pass from him. He's still got plenty of development to go. Patrick Schick steals in. He's back from injury. He's going to need to be on his best form given the potential serious injury to Pellegrini there. Slotting that one home. Very good indeed. Well, time is ticking away here, and we're going to get another excellent win against Real Madrid. Absolutely fantastic performance. It's just a shame about the injury to Pellegrini. Hopefully it's not too bad. But we are going to successfully and safely qualify for the knockout round with a game to spare. Of course, we don't play that game against Roma until after the World Cup is over, which is pretty ridiculous. But we are safely through to the knockout round once again. 4th year running we've done that. very, very good. Hopefully we'll do better in the knockout round than we did last year, but a very good way to wrap up our domestic and European football before we go off to the World Cup. So here's the moment of truth. Pellegrini, he's got a tight calf and he's out for 2 days. Are you kidding me? He was stretchered off. He got himself stretchered off, and he's out for 2 days with a tight calf. I was having a heart attack over what that was. I thought it was a broken leg for sure. Oh well, never mind. He'll be going to the World Cup. Everything's fine. We don't need to worry. We're through to the knockout round. Absolutely everything's brilliant, except for the fact that Jordan Henderson is tapping up one of my players. But apart from that, it's all coming up rosy. Let's have a quick look at the tables then. We have qualified for the Champions League knockout round. Top of the group, 12 points with 1 game to go. We're top of the league as well, albeit only on goal difference, ahead of Lyon and PSG, just 1 point behind. Very, very tight there. But at the moment, we are on course in both those competitions. But that is going to be the end of the domestic football for a while. The next couple of episodes, hopefully 3 episodes, we'll have to wait and see, will be the FIFA World Cup 2022 in Qatar, because of course FIFA cares more about money than they do about anything else, because why else would they schedule a World Cup in the middle of the domestic season? And well, we've got ourselves a task on our hands. Can we win the World Cup once again with France? Before we go, let's just have a quick check on the group stage. That's going to be what we look at next time. We are going to be in Group G against Austria, of course the team that we beat in the Nations League final a few years ago to win that one. Nigeria as well, and the United States. I think we should be getting through that group relatively easily, and we're also not playing any of our Monaco players in that group, so it'll be interesting to see how well they get on with their other teams, Ivory Coast, Belgium, etc. But that is going to be the end of the episode there. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you do not miss our World Cup campaign next time. Give it a share on social media if you can, and I will see you next time.